Welcome back, Mr. Witness. Yeah.
Um, Mr. Njai, welcome back.
Thank you.
Council, can we proceed?
Yeah, two takes to discuss. And if there are questions from the commissioners, you will be asked those questions. If not, we will release you for the day. The first is we have payments made to Lanka Mosware that we want you to identify as our vouchers. 3 vouchers. Please go through. I think you've already seen them, but please go
Yes,
through.
I've seen these vouchers already.
Please come again.
I say I've seen them already. You saw it already.
And these are vouchers that you have authorized payment for at the time you were the acting finance director.
Yes.
We applied to tender the vouchers as identified by the witness, as at the time he served as acting director of finance for Cannabis Council in evidence as exhibit.
A voucher dated the 28th of March 2019 with PV number 181979. A payment voucher dated the 2nd of May 2019 with voucher number PV 190013. And the final one is dated the 27th of May 2019 with voucher number PV 190164. These 3 vouchers are admitted together as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/SN/KMC/011.
That's the option places. Now, another issue with respect to AMC's suspected double payment is the voucher number PV190246. I'll give you, then you look at the form 1101, the request for quotation that was sent.
Yes.
What is the total sent by AMCC Enterprise as per the request for quotation?
On the Form 101 is 528.
528,000. What does that indicate?
These are estimates by the procurement that made the estimate of the sum.
Yes.
So
$528,000.
yes.
Now, you go to the amount. That is not estimated. That is the AMCC, what they sent.
Yeah. No. This is what the procurement sent.
AMCC request for quotation. Yeah. Now look at the voucher itself, the first page, where the CEO allegedly signed the voucher. Who was the CEO at the time? The acting CEO.
Jaja.
Is that his signature?
Yes, this is his signature.
That is his signature.
Yes.
The date?
19 June 2020.
The date is altered below the CEO signature, correct?
Is minor change. Maybe he was doing 20th, and then his mind come to tell him it's 19. Then
it was altered.
Well, it looks altered, yes.
Jaya Cham testified and said that is not his signature.
He said that's not his signature.
And he drew the Commission's attention to the alteration in the date as well. Yes. So not only do we have 98% of all the documents being the same, but we have forged allegations of forgery.
Well, it's similar to his signature because I cannot be ascertained. I'm not a specialist, but his signatures are like this.
But it did. Why was it altered?
Oh well, that's not my soul because it's his own writing.
Let's assume. Please proceed, Chairperson.
Mr. Njai, please,
yes.
let's listen to one another.
Yes.
So that we will hear one another.
Yeah.
And we prevent the shouting on top of one another so that we can appreciate your evidence.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Njai, if your evidence is that you're not expert in these issues, and you wouldn't be able to distinguish the two, but there's an alteration of the date.
Yes.
Did you verify?
About?
With Mr. Cham.
The date.
There's an alteration. So
the date.
Yes. When you have an alteration in a document, what should happen? What should the person do?
The alteration have to be significant. The alteration has to be either a figure or a payee or a substantial record that could have affected the transaction. But this particular alteration, the person who was signing put 20. If you can look at the under the one is 2, yeah. But actually it's clearly on the 19th, and all the transactions on the voucher is on the 19th, so and it's the same June.
So it is not significant.
So to me, it's not significant.
Dates are not significant.
To me, the alteration of this, changing it to the right date, is not very much significant.
As an accountant,
and he have endorsed, and he have signed on top of it. In fact, that means he signed it.
Your Cham's supposed signature is on the signature column. The column for the date is what is altered, and there is no signature to suggest that it was a mistake, and there is a signature indicating that the mistake was done by the CEO at the time. Are you saying that particular alteration is not significant enough? No.
For me, it's not significant because the signature. If the signature was altered, we can say yes, somebody have tampered with the signature. But the date and then this voucher, when I sign it, it never come back to me. It goes straight to the cashier. And when the auditor sign it, the auditor signed first on the 12th before us. When the auditor sign it, it comes to finance, and finance signed it goes to the CEO. Once it's leave the CEO, it never come back to me. It goes straight to the paying out cashier who execute the payment, and not me. And when auditors audited these things, they never put this into my attention. Nobody put this alteration to my attention.
The auditor assigned. Let me have that voucher.
Yes.
Mr. Njai, as a finance director,
Yes.
Contain figures and timelines.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think what you said could be right, that it is not done?
Significant.
As an account,
Yes.
I see the implication when reconciliations are made. So, are you saying it's not significant?
The date is important. It's important. Yes.
We have issues with the date and being altered by the individual. We have you sign the first 5 of June, and yeah, the CEO at the time.
Yes.
Or sent by
It's really the procurement, and but he signed in the middle of the paper. Still on the cover.
until the end of 19.
Yeah.
Where's the money?
Procurement.
Who was manager?
There was fast. Yes.
Number 5654-773. And a letter from Amibel Suda and Corporate Legal Services LP, and with the heading Hall lines. The date is 12th of March 15, and the check is 154,000 verses. Please go through this. What is that voucher for?
This is the payment for.
Please into the microphone, please.
Commitment to Joanna House rate will be cancelled. Liability was 154.
When was voucher raised?
Which was this one?
Yes.
This one was raised March 21st, 2019.
How much was it after the clock?
This one?
Yes.
This one notice during investigation, but we did search. We did consult. We look at transaction over this manual voucher. It's never for record. This before tax from our council's account and got also check their bank statements. I contacted the accountant. He checked since that date up till today. It's the 150 cars. The 2,050 in 2014, which are extracted from these two transactions. This is 154. But the 154, to be honest, we could not track it from transactions records, either from the account transactions.
The issue is about tracking it.
Yes.
The voucher is raised and payment is authorized,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's deal with that first.
Yes.
How much was it going back?
Going back the voucher 154 was raised.
And when was that?
This was March 2019.
Check drawn?
According to the check was on at the back. I copy of it as also attached at the back.
In whose name was the check drawn?
Initially was drawn to the lawyers, Amiben Sudan Co, but later changed to Gamcel.
I have yeah. What is the date?
Thank you. 2020.
Was 29.
KMC, Date of Advance, commitment on Joanna Hall's liability with Gamcel.
Yes.
We represent Gambia Telecommunications Cellular Company Limited of 59 Mamidi Manya Highway, New Joswang. The reference is made to the meeting within my
Date
10th July 2018.
10th July.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Our meeting with Mohammed B. Sow held at your office on the 19th July 2018 in connection to the above subject matter. As discussed, the council had made a commitment for the settlement of bond liabilities of Joanna, former Director of Finance of the Council, of the council, in the sum of 154,000, and contained in a letter dated 13 January 2014. This followed the transfer of the employment of Mr. Hall by the council from Gamcel. From the letter 13th January 2014, the council made a payment of 100,000 towards the commitment, leaving a balance of 54,000.
Yes.
Enclosed is a copy of the said letter from council to Gamcel, as well as a copy of the receipt of payment.
Yes.
So
now 100,000 was paid in 2014.
yes.
And 54,000 in 2018.
Yes.
Pursuant to the letter from Amiben Co.
Yes.
In 2019, 12 March, that going by that, the liability would have been exhausted.
It's clear.
It's clear
by this, yes.
So in 2019, they wrote another letter demanding for the full payment of 154,000 dollars, and you approved it.
That could have been a miscommunication from the councils by receiving the letter, and then before verifying the content of the letter, we raised the payment. But after finding out that the payment was made, the checks, I don't think it's ever been released or ever been paid.
How would we know?
Because I told you that we, throughout, I've been wondering how it happened because we couldn't make double payment to one institutions.
We don't know that.
Then I went to the systems throughout. We've been searching, the finance manager have been checking, but we could not see anywhere we pay that 154,000 to Gamcel. And Gamcel also been contacted, their finance, to verify whether this check has been paid to their account. And they have been checking, and they told us they have checked all their banks, but they haven't seen any 154 from KMC credited to their account.
Mr. Njai,
Yes.
do we go by your oral testimony when the voucher has already been very clear and the checks raised? The finance, the first thing you should have done is to verify whether payment had been made or not, whether there is in fact any liability that subsists or not. You failed to do that.
Yeah, we do mistakes.
You don't call that mistakes.
Oh.
You don't verify documents when requests are made. The same thing happened to AMCC. You don't verify documents.
Look at the
as long as the request is made to start an invoice,
yes,
you sanction payment. The same with AMCC. The moment demand is made, as if you have an interest in payments.
No.
And why would you not do your job and verify?
I do my job by forwarding to my our internal audit, which who also do their due diligence. We do our due diligence and ensure that it's okay. We go to the audit. Yes, there's a missing information like the documentation, like certification, fine. But the audit also do physical verification, and once the audit okay, and then give us the green light, we ensure that yes, second party has confirmed the job has been done.
Let's forget about audit. They testified.
They are part of.
They testified, and we had questions for audit, and they had answered the questions.
Yes.
We are not excluding audit's responsibility.
Yes.
You, as the Director of Finance, at the time, had an obligation to make sure payments are verified. You failed to do that.
Verified.
You sanctioned the payment twice. The payment based on request from the lawyer's office on 2 occasions for the same payment. That verification. The same thing with AMCC. The AMCC, your excuse was that the user department should have done XYZ. They should have separated the two. They should have been more clear. Now you know that.
That's what I'm telling you.
As at the time you served as Director of Finance, did not know that. You didn't send it back to tell them that they should have done XYZ, that it should be separated. This
was 2019. This payment, we have traced the 100,000 voucher. We printed. Let me finish. I understand. We traced the 100,000 that was paid. We traced the 54,000 that was paid. But the 154, something has happened in that time that's made a stop to it. Because we have understanding.
We don't have evidence of that.
Yes, but we have evidence of that because we check all our records.
Produce the evidence.
That's what I'm saying. We have checked. We have given our statement. We have given all the bank statement of council from that period to date. Let them go through it and see the 154,000.
Mr. Nyai.
Yes.
It behoves on you to provide us with evidence. You have indicated that you have written to Gamtel. You have spoken to Gamtel.
Yes.
Did you write to them?
No, I didn't write to them. No.
So how can we ascertain that you have spoken to them when we do not see anything in writing?
I spoke to them through the communication.
But you don't expect us to take that as the gospel truth.
Okay.
If we see evidence, we will believe that there was no double payment.
Okay.
And if you had reconciliation from if you had reconciliation from the 1st of September 2018 to 30th of June 2022, what you are saying, we could have seen it clearly that there is no double payment. Or do you have reconciliations properly made for this period?
Yes,
that you served?
Of course we have.
You have reconciliation?
Yes.
Have you submitted it to the
Yeah, I submitted everything to the
You
commission.
submitted the reconciliation?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Can you extract that information from the reconciliation?
That's what I'm saying. This transaction.
No.
Let
Can
me,
you extract or can you reconfirm?
that period, that month.
Yes. Can you reconfirm? Because this they have dates.
Yes.
Can you reconcile and you can contact the registrar to ascertain,
Okay.
just for the purpose of clarity.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you. Council.
Just to read to you before we discharge you, Mr. Njai, for today, and we'll call you back with this issue. Is Aliu Cham, the accountant, testified for working at the time for ABL Co.
Yeah.
You know Aliu Cham?
Yes, I know him.
He said, the second paragraph, that on the issue of the payment of $154,000, this was a check payment I received from KMC as Rana Hall's liability bond payment for Gamcell, and provided KMC with the said receipt. That is his statement. Do you want to react to that before?
Yeah, that's his statement. But honestly, me also, it was a surprise to me, and I make my findings. I make all my findings. It will not be an intentional. It could be a oversight, but we have checked from our records to confirm whether this check has been definitely cast or withdrawn from the council's accounts,
Right.
and also whether these transactions have hit our records.
I think it's a convenient point. We have just been told that.
Yes, we don't have any further questions for the witness for today.
When do you need him next?
Then we will have to reschedule him for another date together with the Mr. Kamara.
Thank you so much, Mr. Njai. We will let you know when you will come back to clarify some certain issues for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
May rise.